Gotta be you, it's KAHOS and we're getting it, playing some NBA 2K18 here on the PS3. And we're going to New Orleans. Is that you? Or Hugh? Don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment, share the video, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 2KAHOS and KAHOS718 on the gram. A milkshake in a snowstorm. Pelicans.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Good to have you with us. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And tip-off is just around the corner, so we send you out to Kevin Harlan in New Orleans.
The players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Baron Davis.
And something else we can say about him is that he's got a lot of guts. I mean, a lot of courage. He'll be the first one to step into the lane and draw a charge, even if it might get him a little beat up.
The Pelicans hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. A challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
You know, the trip they've got in front of them, as long and as difficult as it may be, could be a launching point if they come through it successfully. I mean, those long trips can oftentimes, when you're on the road, be momentum builders for you.
Yeah, and it's also a time when they can come together and start to build some chemistry. Because if you get on a losing streak, clearly it can go the other way and be demoralizing. So let's just see how this thing pans out.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. He kicks to McCollum. Back to Davis. Valanciunas. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Irving sets a screen for Harden. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harden.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Kevin, he said basically that in order to be successful, their main priority has to be canceling out the speed of their opponents with good transition defense. That, to him, is what will make the biggest difference here today and allow them to get a win, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. So it's Philadelphia now. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The pass to Valanciunas. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
A sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Ingram, guarded by Harris. They set the pick. Ingram passes to McCollum. Here's Ingram. Plenty of space. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Harden kicks to Harris. The 3 from Iverson. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's Valanciunas. 11-point game his last outing.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Harden dishes to Irving. Count that one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Irving comes to help. Here's Ingram. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Bradley's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Tony Allen subbed in for Irving. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out New Orleans, just way behind.
And I think for New Orleans, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far, they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Cullen passes to Ingram. Traps in the tray. He's got 10.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Harden kicks to Harris. They get it again. Kicks it out to Iverson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And the basket by Harden.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Ingram. A 26-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game. And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
The 3 from Iverson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the fourth quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
And you know, guys, with his length, I think he needs to attack the basket much more. Those dunks should be routine for him.
Now here's Nance. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And he gets the bucket.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Harold dishes to Harden. And here's Iverson outside. And that one's good. Iverson's got 17.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Ingram passes to Davis. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the 76ers call time here. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
Yeah, you know, that's right, Greg. Last season they split the series, and they may not be in the playoff conversation, but this still, for me, is an intriguing matchup.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Smith outside. Tipped away. It's stolen by Bradley. Crawford with the steal. Snell kicks to Mirotic. He passes it to Ball. Back to Mirotic. The shot no good. Bradley with some nice D. Here's Irving. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Baron Davis and James Harden look like brothers a little bit.
This Friday, December 15th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against the Houston Rockets. It's a Southwest Division battle. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Irving is out there with John Lewis. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Harden in a shooting guard.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. He jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Reggie Jackson. Snell dishes to Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Harden the pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Iverson. Back to Embiid. And stolen by Redick. Here's Ball. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play.
He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Kings.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Can't connect from short range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
He feeds it to Redick. Here's the dish to Snell. And John Lure gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Timeout called the 76ers.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. And Valanciunas kicks to Nance. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ferguson. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Redick dishes to Davis. Pass to Valanciunas. The 8-footer. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Lucas Nogueira. The 76ers leading by 3. Iverson passes to Korkmaz. Wasted no time on that one. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Davis kicks to Nance, and he jams it with authority.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the 76ers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Heat 4 games back.
And I think for the 76ers, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
Tell you what, they're talking about them now. Everything is falling into place for them so perfectly.
Knocked away. Irving kicks to Iverson. Here's Harden on the wing. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got his 6th assist on the night.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
Davis is there. The 3 from Harden. Shot is off. Pelicans trail by 5. Redick dishes to Nance. And the rejection by Harden. 1:21 left to play in the first half. The 76ers have gone 7-9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Pass to Irving. From deep, Iverson. That's good. Iverson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Davis drives in. And he gets it to go.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And here's Iverson outside. And he gets it to go. Iverson's got 26.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And it's Davis missing. Philadelphia leading by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. The Pelicans making a switch here. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the 76ers making a change here. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back to Harris. Here's the 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that concludes the first half. 76ers on top, up 7. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Second half just about to get going here.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Iverson. He's got 26 points, and talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
And Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Pelican 5 right now. Corey Brewer is out there with Alfred Payton. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. And there's Davis. And it's Valanciunas. And it's the pivot spot manning the middle.
And you know what? He's like a tank when he's coming down the lane. Lay into him as hard as you can. You're not going to be able to knock him off balance.
Harden with it. Allen Iverson on the way. Now Embiid inside. And it's good. And the 76ers lead by 6.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And it's rejected. Now here's Iverson. Tight defense on him. Harden the pass to Irving. Iverson kicks to Embiid. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Valanciunas dishes to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Well, you look at Allen Iverson, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And the basket by McCollum.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Backing down is Iverson. To the paint, Harden. Feeds to Embiid. Iverson is guarded by Davis. And they double up Iverson. 6 on the shot clock. Irving pitch to Embiid. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. Over the last month, getting it done. 13th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And yeah, you know, one of the most dangerous scorers in the league. He's already come up big in some key games this year.
Tony Allen's checked in for Joel Embiid. Harden the pass to Iverson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. To the middle. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Harden. He's got 8 points, and this huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Lets it go with a 3. Pelicans keep it alive. Smith dishes to Crawford. Back to Smith. New Orleans moving the ball around. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
His ball distribution tonight, just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Pass to Crawford. Another one falls for New Orleans. Here's Iverson. He has 29. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Good. And Harris gets the assist. That's now 32 points for Iverson.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
A shot by Smith. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Iverson kicks to Harden. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Harrell, the pass to Korkmaz. And they double up Iverson. Tucker. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Crawford outside. No luck. And Philadelphia the other way now. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And the Pelicans making a change here. Mirotic is checked in. He dishes it to Iverson. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Valanciunas, good.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Philadelphia leading by 11. Iverson dishes to Tucker. From outside, off the mark. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Davis drives in. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. It's in there. Davis with the assist. McCollum's got 7.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
The pass to Korkmaz, and stolen by Mirotic. For the finish, rips down the breakaway slant.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. 76ers lead by 7. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
7 after the second quarter.
On tap this Saturday, December 16th, the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Miami Heat. Live from Miami, hoops action.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Philadelphia.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, we've got Allen Iverson. Irving is out there with John Lewis. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Harden in at the 2. Here's Valanciunas.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Philadelphia making a change here. Harrell's checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
6 to shoot, and Nance kicks to McCollum. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Harden outside. Harris passes to Harden. Irving dishes to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3 or you'll give up points in a hurry. Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Passes the ball from past the arc. And another 3 for New Orleans.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Outside Irving. The feed now to Embiid. Out to Harris. Back to Embiid. Shoots a fader and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And Nance kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Nance. New Orleans moving it around. Ball, the pass to Valanciunas. And the shot is good.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Man, I tell you, partner, this has been some fun basketball, and they don't look like they're slowing down at all. You better strap your seatbelt on here.
Harris kicks to Harden. Back to Harris. Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Bradley's checked in for the 76ers. Davis dishes to McCollum. Drops one in from the wing. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far. And what's gotten into him today? Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Davis, the pass to McCollum. Back to Davis. Rebounded by Tucker.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Harden hits them both. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Iverson against Davis. On the wing, Nance. Back to Davis. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Bradley kicks to Iverson. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Iverson's got 41. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 10. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Shot denied, but they recover it. A 3 from McCollum, and another 3 for New Orleans.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
And the basket by Harris.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
A 3 from McCollum, and he gets it to go.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Iverson is guarded by Davis. The 3 from Harden. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Bradley. Harris kicks to Embiid. Stolen by McCollum.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
What a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's had a big half from beyond the arc. When he's this hot, the green light doesn't get much green.
He's got fucking 44 and 11 assists.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trailed by 6. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Harden, and an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, so now it's an 8-point game. And the Pelican shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. Snell, that's good. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now here's Crawford. Here's Snell, and it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And the 76ers making a change here. And so he hits both. Three-pointer off the mark. So the 76ers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Allen Iverson.
We're the heavyweights of the East. You be killing them. The hero stuff was crazy with Steve. Yeah.
I reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. A toast when my granddaddy came so.
We locked down with our small power forward and center spot. So GG. The Atlanta Hawks. It's a 10th straight win. Our season high is 16, I think. A 16-game win streak.
Cuando estás bien te alejas de mí. Te sientes sola y siempre estoy ahí. Es una guerra de toma y dame, pues dame de eso que tienes. Oye, baby, no seas mala. No me dejes con la gana. Se escucha en la calle que ya no me quieres. Ven y dímelo en la cara.
Pregúntale a quien tú quieras. Mira, te juro que eso no es así. Yo nunca tuve una mala intención. Yo nunca quise burlarme de ti. Conmigo ves, no se sabe. Te digo que no, yo creo que sí. Yo soy.
So the Hawks are 16 and 12.
Puro chantaje. Puro chantaje. Siempre es a tu manera.
Yo te quiero aunque no quieras.
Puro chantaje. Puro chantaje. Vas libre como el aire.
No soy de ti ni de nadie.
Como tú me tientas cuando tú te mueves. Esos movimientos siempre me entretienen. No sé por qué me tienes en lista de espera.
Te dicen por ahí que voy haciendo y deshaciendo, que salgo cada noche que te tengo ahí sufriendo, que en esta relación soy yo la que manda. No pares bola toda esa mala propaganda. Papá, ¿qué te digo? No te comen el oído. No vaya a enderezar lo que no se ha torcido.
Y como sigo tras de ti, por ti, dime qué pa' mi bebé.
¿Qué? Pregúntale a quien tú quieras. Mira, te juro que eso no es así. Yo nunca tuve una mala intención. Yo nunca quise burlarme de ti. Conmigo ves, no se sabe. Ya digo que no, ya creo que sí.
I think they got Wade. I think they got
Puro chantaje, puro chantaje. Siempre es a tu manera.
Yo te quiero aunque no quieras.
Puro chantaje, puro chantaje. Vas libre como el aire.
No soy de ti ni de nadie. 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 Nadie.
Puro chantaje, puro chantaje. Siempre es a tu manera.
Yo te quiero aunque no quieras.
chantaje. Vas libre como el aire. Yo soy de ti ni de nadie.
That's crazy. 7-3 the last 10 games, so it's gonna be tough. Okay, and then we're at Brooklyn. Home to Sac, home to Toronto, at New York, at Portland, at Denver to end the month. So only got 3 games that are home this month, and the rest are on the road. So the Brooklyn game should be good. The Knicks game should be good. Portland we already beat, I think, last month.
Pretty boy.
Yeah, we beat the Blazers by 10.
A 15 anni andai giù al mare e andai fuori per una ragazza. Un suo ex mi guardò
Start the
male
new year, we got the Spurs.
come Rocky in
That should be a
piazza.
really good
Un
match.
passante ci riprese